Hello, and hi, besties. Welcome back to Almost Okay. Today's episode is personal, powerful, and kinda emotional.
Hello. Today we're going to be talking about what it actually means to show up for yourself, to work for yourself after spending so long trying to meet everyone else's expectations while working for others.
Exactly. And here today we have Asta with us, who is a really special friend of mine. And literally, she's gonna tell us today about how she lived it for others and always worked it for them. But now, finally, she is working for herself. Right, Asta. So tell us about how you have always worked it for others and now you're finally doing something for yourself.
Thank you for the really sweet introduction, Tanisha. That's really kind of you. So, about my career up till now, I started working as an assistant teacher for creative writing in English in 2015. I worked there for a period of 2 years. It was an educational institution. In 2017, after my 12th grade, I started working at this community building organization where we hosted events like open mics, sports screenings, sports meetups, book and movie discussions, movie screenings, and Mahabharat recitals. I was a part of the open mic community, the Mahabharat community, and the book community, and was there for a period of 3 years, and it merged with the COVID period as well. And during the pandemic, from 2020, I started working at this Panamanian Educational Institution as a teacher again, but this time it was for mathematics as well as English. So that was a little fun and more than tricky, I would say it was intriguing. It was some like maths is not something I had taught before, so that was like a new aspect of my life that I stepped in. Best 3 years of my life that I worked there. Literally loved working there every single night. And then after that, I joined a digital marketing agency. Worked there as a content writer, and still I get some projects from there. So that's as a freelancer this time. So it's fine and chill. And now I opened my own digital media agency where we provide services like social media management, content writing, and graphic designing. And besides that, I launched my own magazine. It's called Sanatan, and it happens to be Bharat's first free monthly digital magazine in English dedicated to Sanatan Dharma. So every month on the 8th of it, we relaunch the month's issue, and it is completely free of cost. All you have to do is just subscribe to it. So yeah, that's my journey from being a assistant teacher to a editor in chief.
Oh wow, that's really amazing of you, Asta. Like we're having very much talented powerhouse in the today's episode, guys. But I'm really amazed to hear all of the things you did throughout this journey. But still, I would like to ask you, like the times you lost yourself in the roles other gave you, where you just couldn't find yourself and the well-being. But honestly, I feel about this thing ki how I sometimes I also be the person who did for others always like according to them, according to the things how they wanted it to be and how they all want like to this or the other things. Like I'm still a learning and growing child, but still I find myself in those things as well, but not very much like you. Like I haven't done these things very much lately. Like I honestly haven't did anything of all this. But still, like compared to you, mine is literally nothing. So I would really like to always ask you, like times you all get lost yourself in the roles other gave you. So tell me about that journey throughout it, how it felt to you.
That's not it, Tanisha. I mean, we all are learning, and we all have our own experiences and journey along the way. But there have been several moments actually when I haven't had time for myself. Like for example, my first year of college, um, I used to get up at like 6:30 in the morning, leave the house by like 7, catch the train, take the journey to South Bombay. Like my college was in South Bombay then. So take the journey to South Bombay. I used to attend classes until 12:31 p.m. Had my breakfast, lunch in college. And after that, I used to sit and study in the library for some time. Then I was a part of the college fest. I devoted a few hours over there, and then after that, I used to run to the events that I was hosting. And I used to come home like really late, around like 10:30, 11, and then the entire schedule started again at like 6:30. So I barely had time for myself during the first year of my college, and then in the second year of my college, pandemic hit. So everything was online, the hours reduced, I didn't have to go out anywhere. And it just hit me then, because all this while I had, like, at least for like one entire year, I was running all day every day around the clock, and I did not have time for myself at all. And during the pandemic, at least, like, the first few months where people were like, still figuring out how to get stuff done online, that was the time it just went like, oh, okay, I have way too much time for myself. I do not know what to do. So I think that, just hit me, one would say.
That's really proud of you. But tell me, what was the moment of shift when you felt like this is not meant for you, or this is not you what you are doing, and that the point where you really felt that okay, this is the moment I should shift and should do something for myself. Yeah.
Okay, so the moment where I felt like, oh, okay, this is enough, I really, really need to start something for myself. So, going a little back, I did my postgraduate diploma in journalism, and one of the subjects which I had was magazine journalism. And in there, for assignment purposes, we had to create our own magazine, and we had to, write articles, get pictures, basically create an entire magazine. And we had to choose a niche that has, something that has not been done before, or something that's like really close to my heart. So the niche that interested me a lot and intrigued me so much so that I could create a whole magazine out of it was, well, Sanatan Dharm, and I named the magazine Sanatan. And for the part of the assignment, we had to create around 2 to 3 issues. So yeah, I created those issues. They turned out to be amazing, much better than what I would have, thought of or imagined in my head. And it was in January 24 that it just struck me like, okay, you know what, I can make a full-fledged magazine out of this. I can actually launch it to the world. So that's what I did. It was so crazy that it, like, on 25th January, I remember the date really clearly. It was like the craziest evening of my life. 25th January evening around 9:30 p.m., it struck me. I'm like, oh, you know what, we can do something like this. I should do something like this. So I texted on my team WhatsApp group saying, you know what, guys, I want to launch the magazine out. I want to put Sanatan out to the world, and it's an amazing time to do so. Why not? So at 10:30 p.m. on the same day, within 1 hour, we get on a team meeting, and in that team meeting, we designed the website, we created an Instagram page, we created an entire branding guide for the magazine and for the Instagram page. It all happened in one night. Like 25th morning, I did not know that 26th in the morning I would be launching the page out to the world. It was that crazy. So yes, it was that moment when I realized that, oh, I should do something for myself, and I took the step almost immediately.
That's really a very nice turning point and like very deep when you just hit with up key like I have to do it something for myself. Like for me, it was this one evening when I just sat all with myself and thought, wait, who am I even doing all this for? Like I always realize that by like why I'm just doing this and what is for like for who all is this? Like it's not me, whatever I'm doing. So it always hit me like it's not me who want to do this. It's never me. What I wanted is something different practically. And I always realize that when I get exhausted by the things I'm doing not physically exhausted, but soul tired. And it always hit me like, it's not me and why I'm doing this and for who all I'm doing this. And then I just literally hit with everything I'm doing back to back together, like giving my things, my perspective, what I wanted to do always, like from a kid, and what I'm doing right now, which is totally very different. It all hit me now, okay, like, okay, I'm doing very different from the thought जो हमेशा मैंने हमेशा से सोच रखा था. And I change it all over again to get into my part and my thinking and my perspective. Ki, yes, this is me and I want to do this. But tell me, like, now, like, you have changed your things in a present moment. So, are you okay with like saying no to things? Like, you are just no, like, this is not me and this is not I have to do. So, are you in saying no with things?
I mean, it happens a lot of times, where you just go like, "अरे oh my god, I have like मैं इतना काम कर रही हूँ, मैं किसके लिए कर रही हूँ, क्या मिलेगा इससे," and all that stuff. And to some extent, I wouldn't say it happens a lot, but once in a while, you get those like really low moments in, like, in your day to day where you go like, "Arey, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? Why am I taking so much of stress and all that?" So I think उस time पे थोड़ा सा grounding is necessary. Like, you just shut the laptop, you switch off your phone, you, or at least put it on silent if not switch it off. But just stay away from devices, and, like, just be with yourself and just meditate, or just let your thoughts flow. That helped a lot for me. And about your question of saying no, or I it's a learning process. I feel it does not happen कि अरे ये नहीं चाहिए मुझे, ये नहीं चाहिए. Of course I've gotten a lot of clarity than what I had before कि अरे ये नहीं होगा मुझसे, वो नहीं होगा मुझसे. Rather than नहीं होगा, it's like मुझे नहीं करना because that is not fulfilling my purpose of what I actually want to do. So I wouldn't say that I've completely learned it, like, to say no to the things that don't fulfill, but I it's I've gotten better. It's better than what it was before, and at least I can recognize ki, "Arey, this is something that can help me in the future. This is something that will is not worth it, so let's decline it." Again, it's like a very learning process. वो धीरे धीरे आता है. It does not just happen all at once.
Yeah, got a part time. That's a very innovative thing. Like, not just saying no, but declining it because that's not your comfort zone or not your thing. Like, I get that thing. But okay, let's have another topic. I have letting go of external validation. What about that? What do you feel about that? Like right now, after figuring out what you think, like of your external validation and everything.
External validation is something that I still struggle with. I wouldn't say struggle with necessarily, but yeah, it's something that has been, like, I've been doing that since quite some time. And over the period of the past year and a half, I've gotten better at it. I do not crave for validation anymore, and I feel that, like, the need for external validation comes from a place of self-doubt, or where you think that you are not as good enough or you're not as confident enough. But again, you gotta fake it till you make it.
That's just so true. Like external validation, I feel for myself is still always there. I accept it. I wanted a validation if I'm doing anything, if I'm even dressing up or making a coffee or making anything. I want to ask for that. Well, I want that to be approved and to be validated. Ki, yes, it is good. You are looking great. I love to be validated, or like I want that external validation that yes, I am being good and doing good. It's like you get a tick mark. Okay, ki you are doing great in your life or you're doing in the right path. But yeah, for me it is. Also, tell me about how, after all this now, you reclaim your peace and energy. Like, like how you just reclaim it, the energy and all the peace and the soul, mind peace and the mental health, all balanced, all in together.
I listen to a lot of music per se to, maintain my mental health, and listen to like slow, lo-fi instrumentals that put my mind at peace and at ease. And I love to read or like, just sit by the window. And nowadays, since it's raining, it looks beautiful outside. So I just take my blanket, wrap myself around in it, and I just sit by the window staring outside at the sky, or sometimes most of the times actually I read a book by the window. And because of my work and my studies, I haven't been able to get so much of time to spend with myself, for myself. So I'm just enjoying and savoring every bit of it. What about you, Tanisha? What do you do to maintain your mental health?
For my mental health, I disconnect from people. Like, actually, I sometimes feel this is my bad habit, but this is actually the good one for me. Like, I disconnect with people and I don't talk to anyone on neither of my socials or anything. I just get disconnected and I have coffee. Like, coffee is one of my favorite drink. So I always make coffee for myself and sunset, watch sunsets each day, and all do all the things I love, like art and craft, drawing, coloring, just scribbling, journaling my things, my the ideas, plans I have, and mostly I always know the person who I hate, not hate actually, but who I don't get connect with or like they're like being absurd to me. I really get disconnected with them. I remove them from everywhere. Okay, I don't need you in my life, basically. So I remove them from my life if they're making me a headache and disturbing my mental health. Cause for me, my mental health always comes for a priority. And in that case, I always do what the things I love, like going to different places, getting ready, going to cafes, doing art there, coloring, seeing new things, shopping, coffee, flowers. Oh my, I love flowers. I always buy flowers for myself. Those are the things which really help to lift my mood up and to maintain my peace and my energy. Okay, that's literally of me, what I always have to be. Like, it's basically like now, if it doesn't give me peace or purpose or pay, I'm not doing it. Honestly, putting yourself first isn't selfish. It's a survival, literally a survival for myself. And being you and putting yourself always is literally the best thing to always do. Like, you can be a person's priority, like first or second, but being a priority for yourself is the biggest thing, and you need to be that. What I feel for myself. So, always anyone who comes in my life or anything, but my first priority is always me. Like, I'm putting myself first to be the survivor, and it is a survival for great.
Oh my god, yeah, cutting off people is like, again, it's a lot selfish, but at the end of the day, you feel so much of calmness and like, serenity. Like, it's just so peaceful. So, yeah, I get that. And to be honest, it takes a lot of courage saying no straight up, man. So, hats off to you on doing that.
So true, bro. But it have to be me. Like, my mental health always come in priority rather than people. I hate being around those people who, like, um, my mental health get destroyed with them or get unbalanced. I just hate it. I admit it. Like, okay, just be far away. I will be happy like then, please.
Yeah, man, putting yourself first, putting your mental health at priority and protecting your peace is like, not selfish. I mean, it's like the basic need for survival nowadays. Without that, I don't think we'll able to ever be do anything that like genuinely makes us happy.
So here now I have a very fun segment after all the big details talk. I have a fun segment for both of us, like showing up starter pack. So I'm giving you a list. So tell me what you are choosing for yourself. Okay, like if you have a playlist, then what playlist you wanna choose for yourself for showing up starter pack? Or a coffee date with yourself? Give me about this too. Then we will discuss further. Okay, just give me. I need a plot.
Okay. I would, instead of coffee date, I would take an iced tea date with myself. I don't like coffee, it's way too bitter for me. And while I'm on that date, I would listen to a very well curated playlist. So my playlist would contain 13 Reasons Why album songs, especially season 3. That album was just perfect, it was top tier. Then, for like some like really good calming music, I would listen to Rishabh Ram Sharma. I am hooked onto that guy's song since a very long time. And my favorite song of his is What You Doing Tonight and Text Me When You Reach. That those two songs are at the top of my list, man. So yeah, a playlist. No, sorry, a iced tea date with myself while listening to a playlist. What about you? What would you choose?
Oh, that's really nice. And like for me, it would be coffee date, ice, latte, coffee, and a playlist. And I go with very mixed songs these days. I don't have a very great, perfect playlist to listen always, but a smoothing, soft songs, a playlist, and a coffee date with myself in a cafe with my ears and with the music. Oh, that would be a perfect date for me. Choosing myself over everything. That is like perfectly curated always. So we have two other options like journaling and working out. But about this, what do you think? What gonna be the perfect yourself date for you on this?
Oh, it would be working out for me any day. Like sometimes, just taking a walk around my condo, or just walking on the treadmill, staring outside. It's just clears your head in so many ways I cannot even imagine. Or like I used to lift heavy. I don't lift him anymore. Like not because of some injury or something like that. I just grew over lifting. But when I used to lift, it was the best feeling ever. I mean, it was just everything felt in control. Everything was just perfect at that point of time.
That's really great. That's very good power back. For me, it's always journaling. I always want to write my thoughts and like scribble all my thoughts or even the blank things, anything. Because that's the only thing you do always. Just a little walk around in the society. So a clear of head and my comfort for me it is comfort.
Yeah, I mean, a walk a day keeps the stress away.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. A walk away keeps the stress away and a perfect day for you to end always. And that's it for all my lovely peoples and my bestie here to us. And our affirmation for today would be you're allowed to outgrow people, places, and version of yourself that no longer fit. Cause that's the best for you and the best for your life and your mental health and for yourself and your inner peace. So just stay tuned and listen more.
Okay, so an affirmation from my side would be I am worthy of all the successes that are coming my way. Thank you so much, Tanisha, for having me on your podcast. I'm extremely elated that we could do this. And all the very best to you and for your future.
And bestie, this is your sign to finally show up for yourself in the loudest, kindest, most delulu way possible ever. So always stay hydrated, stay focused, and always be yourself. At today's episode, see ya. We will be back soon. Love you.
Yeah, guys, make your water bottle your bestie. Hydration is the best. Your body will thank you. Trust me on this. Thank you so much, Tanisha. I really hope to meet you in person one day.